Honest answers only. How would you feel if I told you you're guaranteed to make $19 an hour over the next 3 hours? Guaranteed. How do you feel about that? Let me know. Oh, by the way, you don't know where you're going. That's kind of like Amazon Flex. You're guaranteed an hourly rate, not tips with warehouse runs. No tips, just the guaranteed pay here. But you don't know where you're going, the route, how many stops. Again, where am I going to deliver in my marketplace? You don't know until you get to that warehouse. Well, Nuggs is going to find that out because he's doing his first ever Amazon Flex shift. And I kind of think when you're signing up for a warehouse run, it's like 2 to 4 hours, by the way. So you are locked in. You can't just stop like food delivery. Like, I'm done on food delivery. You can't just stop. Let's see if Nuggs is going to have any problems with the warehouse, with deliveries, with the mileage, and how much pay is he going to get for the mileage? Is it going to be like $2 a mile, getting lucky, or like 80 cents?
The first and most common delivery type is
the warehouse.
Delivery. This one is pretty simple. You're actually just delivering Amazon packages. You have to go to an Amazon warehouse to pick these up, and the Amazon Flex app will tell you in what order to deliver them and where to deliver them. On Amazon Flex, you'll also see retail orders like Whole Foods, Office Depot, and other stores like that.
I've found, we're starting the first day here. I found the retail runs. Every retail run I've done has taken me literally into Ohio. Actually, it looks like Nuggs is in Ohio. I'm here in Pittsburgh. It's taking me like 45 minutes away. So I'm hoping this is just a warehouse run, but even that, there's no guarantee.
All right, guys. So I have my very first shift scheduled.
All right. $65, 3.5 hours. What does that break down to? Because I can't do mental math, folks. 65, 3.5. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's $18.57 an hour. Okay. So the minimum pay from Amazon is as low as $15. Please don't sign up for shifts for Flex on 15. You can make more money rideshare, grocery, and food delivery. 18 is kind of the intro that I see here in Pittsburgh. So it can go as low as 15, but the low that I typically see when shifts drop is 18. I don't love it. I don't love 18.50 something per hour here, but I see a lot of that.
So this is 22 different package drop-off.
Okay, here we go. So he got, 22 packages for, it's a 3.5 hour route, but that includes your check-in time. So if I sign up for 3.5 hours like Nuggs did, then I got to get there at that time, and then your timer starts. Typically, it's going to be like what? 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the warehouse, and then you're off.
The distance is quite far. My very first part of this block here is 25 minutes away.
Oh, no. Oh, Nuggs, no. Dude, 26 minutes for the first one. Okay, but let me just calm you if you're thinking about doing Amazon Flex. I've done Flex for years. I've done it in San Diego. I do it here in Pittsburgh. The first delivery will hopefully... not even hopefully, but typically it'll be the farthest away. Why? Because I got to go from the warehouse to my delivery kind of cluster. If you're lucky, it's a tight cluster of deliveries all within like a couple of miles. So I'm not driving 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 18 minutes away. You can't really rush it either. So he's making his deliveries. You follow the prompts in the Flex app. You take a picture confirmation.
All the packages in 2 hours and 30 minutes. So on face value, I completed this block an hour early. But once you consider the 42-minute drive I had to make home after my last delivery and the 20 minutes it took for me to get to the Amazon warehouse, I really made $65 in 3.5 hours.
Okay, so it took him only 2.5 hours to make the delivery, but he said, I got to drive to the warehouse like 20 some minutes. Same thing here from my location to really any, I think of the 3 warehouses, it's at least 20 minutes.
And I drove 88 miles. For those of you who don't know, doing delivery like this, once you start...
Wait, 88 miles. Here, let's see him talk about this.
$1 per mile that you drive, you exponentially start cutting into your profits you make with gas and car maintenance.
I'll take that a step further. Not even under $1. Anything under like 150, 74 cents. That's kind of what I've seen. My dollars to mile payout has not been good on Flex compared to like almost any other gig niche you can think of. Let's continue.
exponentially start cutting into your profits you make with gas and car maintenance.
I was able to grab a block that starts in about 2 hours. It's a 4-hour block.
All right, 74, 4 hours. That's got to be their minimum too. Another $18.50. That seems like the base pay, like the intro pay for them.
For $74. But honestly, I just hope today that my route doesn't leave me an hour away from my starting point.
All right, guys.
Yep, but you don't know.
This time, instead of 22 deliveries, I was given 36. Seems like a lot more for an extra $9,
yeah.
but maybe the day before I just...
36 stops for an extra, what is this one, 4 hours? Versus, extra 30 minutes?
Got lucky. And I thought maybe, well, since I have more deliveries on this block, maybe
Shorter.
I'll drive less miles.
Yeah.
That couldn't be further from the truth. My
Oh my God, wait.
first delivery was a 40-minute.
Okay. So we're thinking that you have more stops. It should be less miles. It should be, because you have to complete the deliveries. Well, you don't have to, but like that's the goal, to complete the deliveries in the time that you signed up for. It's just going to be shorter runs. So you're going to be making more stops per hour.
So yeah, my first delivery was going pretty far, but the rest after that were only about a mile apart.
Super
so
short,
I could
right.
do them
There's the cluster. Oh, wow, that's a lot of stops. Those are all pins for stops. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with cluster, but you don't know where you're going.
And I mean, nothing could break me.
That is until I finished my shift and I realized that I made $74 and drove 94 miles.
Backwards, upside down again. Yeah, 78 cents a mile. Man, is that what you see on Flex? I mean, at least let's help out anyone considering it. It's fun because you're locked in. You have guaranteed pay, so you get some cash flow, but not necessarily net profit. And it's fun because like you can just kind of switch off and do your thing. Like I got all my work. I don't got to worry about accepting, decline, and I got my stuff. But are we trying to have fun, or are we trying to get some profit?
I saw my first Flex block for a Whole Foods grocery delivery, and I thought I would try it out since it's only fair if I'm reviewing the app as a whole. $54 to $82.
All right. This is something completely different, but this is still on Amazon Flex. So the Whole Foods or Amazon Fresh shifts is where you're going to go to a Whole Foods and pick up a customer's grocery order, obviously Whole Foods, and then you just deliver. You don't have to shop for it, though. It's already picked for you, which is fantastic. So it says a range, 54 divided by 3, so $18 to what? $27 an hour. And that range is in there because of expected or like average tips for Flex drivers doing these fresh runs. It's not guaranteed, but I have seen good tips on grocery side hustles in general.
I got to Whole Foods, picked up 25 grocery bags and put them away, and headed to the city of Dayton, Ohio to finish my block in a humble 3 hours round trip.
And I didn't expect 25 packages, but I only have 7.
He has a route. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's instant offers that I've done for fresh, where it's like just an instant, like it's already ready. Basically, you go there and then you deliver. It's typically one delivery. So he did an entire shift, which you can obviously also do on Flex. 25 packages, 7 stops.
But remember, this block said that the pay was $54 to $82.
Right.
This
Standard pay is
because tips
$54.
take 27 hours to finalize. A day later, how much did it pay? Well, it was $103. This
What? For 3 hours? He did $30+ an hour? 103. It was 3 hours, right? $34.
means for all 3 blocks, I made $242 in 10 hours and 30 minutes, and I drove 270 miles.
Yeah, those
Is that
warehouse
worth it?
runs.
Some might say yes, some might say no.
Not
Let me
89
know in the
cents.
comments below.
Our takeaway here is that the same thing that I've been hearing for the past couple of years on Flex, let me know if you agree with this, is that the fresh runs, the Amazon Fresh runs at Whole Foods is the way to go. And I kind of agree with that because warehouse, you can't get tips. You're locked in at $18 to $20 an hour. It's not going to be worth it, especially because you don't know where you're going. Now, fresh, you don't know where you're going either, to my understanding, but there's the tips. So what do you think? Amazon Flex, is it worth it? The warehouse runs? How did Nuggs do? I don't think that great, but maybe he'll start doing more fresh runs. Should I do more fresh runs? Do you want to see that? Let me know down below in the comments. The verdict on Flex. What do you think?